Queen's Mill is owned by Castleford Heritage Trust. It is also the home of several tenants, including Queen's Mill Tea Rooms, Yorkshire Craft Beers, Painter Pot, and several more interesting businesses. One of our main businesses is the milling of stone ground flour. And here is our miller, Dave Weatherson, to explain a little bit more.
Hi, I'm Dave Weatherson, the miller at Queen's Mill in Castleford. Came here 4 years ago. I saw an advert on Facebook saying they wanted volunteers to restore the water wheel. When I came here, they just started milling, but they couldn't sell the flour because there's nobody with food hygiene qualifications. And I said, well, you have now, and now I'm the miller here. When we first started, a tonne of wheat would last us about 3 years, but during this COVID crisis, a tonne of wheat, well, we've used 3 tonnes in the last 3 months, so it's gone really well. The great thing about it is that we're supplying wheat and flour to the community where there's nothing in the supermarkets, so it's great to be able to look after the community in that way and to raise funds for the mill. We've raised well over £4,000 in the last 6 months, which is all going back into the mill. I took early retirement from work and came here as a volunteer, and now I'm working a 40-hour week and don't get paid for it, but really enjoying it. It's really great fun, doing a great service for the community, helping out at the mill. Love meeting the people. When I'm selling the flour, I mill in the morning and sell the flour outside in the afternoon, and meeting great people, telling them the story and the history of the mill, and also what they can bake with the flour. Very versatile flour, lovely for bread, but we can make all sorts of things with it, so we really enjoy doing it.
Castleford Heritage Trust is home to a large collection of objects donated by the public. They can be small and very personal, or large and industrial. We use our collection in many ways. They might be taken out to independent living places or used as part of our memory sessions. We use them in the Heritage Open Day and in display cabinets. They're often related to local industry and pottery. Objects are gathered together for people to come in to do their memories. During this summer, we've used them online, as many people have, so it's a visual record. On our museum level, we have a street mural and 4 room sets, again with large furniture, all donated by local public. The combination of the collection, museum exhibits and memoirs all preserve the social and industrial history of Castleford. It enables a platform for local people to tell their story. The community involvement also helps them in the decision making. We remember that this is for the people and by the people. We're currently putting together the necessary steps to begin accreditation as a museum. We owe it to the people of Castleford to create responsibly, to take care of often much loved objects, but also maintaining it as a visible, usable resource.
The year 2020 was always planned to be a very special one for Castleford Heritage Trust. After all, it's our 20th anniversary. But little did we know just how challenging, unique and special it was going to be. We transformed ourselves overnight into a COVID-19 community support hub, supporting the town of Castleford and neighbouring districts like never before. The iconic Queen's Mill, the world's largest stone ground flour mill, situated on the banks of the River Aire, has been our home for some 7 years and is the rock that underpins most of what we do. Heritage, culture and our community are the foundations of what the Trust is all about. Our Chief Executive, Lorna Malkin, explains more.
Hello, my name's Lorna Malkin and I'm the Chief Executive of Castleford Heritage Trust. 2020 marks our 20th anniversary and I've worked for the Trust for 17 years. From it being a small community group right up to becoming a registered charity and now the owner of the world's largest stone grinding flour mill. But the Heritage Trust have never just been about preserving old things. We're about using our heritage and culture for the social and physical regeneration of our town. Over the years, we've delivered projects, festivals and exhibitions. We've engaged our communities with their natural heritage. worked with international artists to bring world-class art to the town, supported large-scale regeneration projects, including the award-winning new footbridge over the River Aire, and run community buildings. This desire to use our heritage and culture to regenerate the town is epitomised by our ownership of Queen's Mill, where we deliver our community activity programme, host a range of cultural events and music evenings, theatre performances, offer venue hire and lease space to a range of small businesses. And of course we also continue to grind our own whole wheat flour. At the same time, we've saved an important building for the town right here on the riverside. There's been milling on the site for 2,000 years, as Castleford was an important Roman settlement. The current building mainly dates back to the 19th century, and when the Trust purchased it in 2013, it was full of equipment and machinery. Over the past 7 years, with the help of funding from Power to Change, Wren and Wakefield Council, we've cleared the machinery and created a wide range of accessible spaces, both large and small, which gives our community the opportunity to access a range of activities and events, as well as the ability for us to lease space to help make the Trust sustainable. None of this could have been achieved without the support of our amazing volunteers. I think it's fair to say that there's never a dull moment at Queen's Mill. Prior to COVID-19, we were running or hosting around 40 groups or community activities per month. We also held regular open days and host evening events. We have around 50 volunteers who carry out a range of tasks and have a number of public-facing businesses such as Queen's Mill Tea Rooms, Riverside Painter Pot and Yorkshire Craft Beers. This has all ensured that the mill has become a much-loved resource for the community and really does offer something for everyone. Last year we welcomed over 4,300 people at our events, 300 for our community activities, and benefited from 6,200 volunteer hours. In March 2020, when COVID-19 hit, the building closed overnight. All our activities ceased and our room hire bookings were ended. But we decided we weren't going to just close the doors and shut up shop. We became a community hub to support our local community at their most vulnerable. We helped recruit around 50 volunteers who have been out shopping for local people and collecting prescriptions. We've also welcomed other groups into the building, such as the Young People's Empowerment Project, who are packing and delivering around 400 activity packs for young people around the town throughout the pandemic. And our local MP, Yvette Cooper, has set up a community library from the building. We've been lucky to receive grants from both central government and from Wakefield Council, which have covered our losses this year. Next year is an unknown quantity, and that's what we're most worried about at the moment. But we hope that over the winter, as confidence returns, some of our room bookings will pick up. Obviously, we still have our tenants and we value them greatly, and they are helping to keep us going at this time. We have a small but dedicated staff team here at the mill, and they've really stood up to the challenges that have been posed over the last few months. Most of our work's moved online, and we've delivered creative festivals, quizzes and local history information on our Facebook page to try and keep our audience engaged and give them something to do during these long months. We're delighted to have been asked to take part in this community festival by Power to Change and thank them for giving us the opportunity of this national recognition and to be able to tell our story.